All right, good evening. The time is now 6:05 p.m. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. Ms. Sheldon, can you please call the roll?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you.
Mayor Stephanie Dalton.
Here.
Vice Mayor Holly Berry.
Here.
Commissioner Jamie Fairbanks Harvey.
Here.
Commissioner Terry Holmes.
Here.
Here.
Thank you. For today's invocation, please join me in a moment of silence to reverently collect our thoughts, pray, and ready ourselves for this meeting and the duties to which we have been called. Okay, thank you. Now, Mr. Granum, will you please lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome everyone. My family and I had a wonderful time at the Jubilee this past Saturday. I hope you all did too. My kiddo especially loved the magic show and the petting zoo. Just special shout out to our staff, Festival Advisory Board, partners, and sponsors for making it such a special day with our neighbors. And thank you to Mother Nature for holding out on the weather for us this year so we didn't have to cancel it again. I'm looking forward to being in Nashville tomorrow with Director Slay and two of our Tennessee Downtowns program steering committee members for the welcome meeting, where we're going to get to meet other participants who have completed the program and just start learning about it. I'm really excited. It's going to be a really great day. This Friday, we have our Food Truck Friday event from 5:30 to 8:30. And then Saturday, May 16th, we have our rescheduled Earth Day cleanup with Green Steps from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Red Bank City Park. And then Dirty Jane's Spring Flea, which was also rescheduled to May 16th, is happening 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you haven't already, vote today in the May 5th primary. Precincts are open until 8 p.m. You must vote at your assigned precinct today. Please show up. Voter turnout is so low. It's so low. And it's always low for this election because it's a weird one. It's the primaries in May, the general elections on a Thursday in August. So it's not your typical election, but some representatives, not in our district, but in other districts, are going to be chosen today where they didn't have opponents from the other parties. So it's a big deal. Please make sure you get out and vote if you haven't already. I also wanted to talk about the Hamilton County Commission is having a meeting tomorrow, the regularly scheduled meeting at 5 p.m. And one of their voting items is to vote to dispose as surplus the Business Development Center. Tennessee had 0% job growth last year, and just a few weeks ago was ranked as the second worst place in the country after Washington, D.C. for small business success, with 30% of small businesses shuttering within 1 year and 50% shuttering within 5 years. If we as a county say that we care about small businesses and the local economy, but then turn around and close the third largest business incubator in the country that's currently housing 34 plus business startups in a historic building that was gifted to the public over 40 years ago, and with no formal plan to support or resource them should they sell this building, likely to a developer, what does that really say to our small business owners? Actions speak louder than words. Unfortunately, I cannot attend the meeting as I have a prior commitment, but please, if you are able, show up, listen, and make your voices heard. From our schools, I want to say congratulations to both Red Bank Elementary and Red Bank High School, who were previously, say that again?
My message.
Sorry. Who were previously STEM designated, but just became officially awarded with STEAM designation, which was the addition of arts. So they had to go through a very competitive application process, and they joined Red Bank Middle School as STEAM designated schools. So we've got Red Bank Elementary, Middle, and High School that are STEAM designated schools. There's something else that I can't tell you guys about yet because there has not been a formal announcement, but there's something else really, really cool happening with our Red Bank schools. So just stay tuned for that. I had a great time attending and volunteering as a judge for Red Bank Middle School's Conservation Project Symposium yesterday. The students researched, designed, and built projects that identified conservation problems like water pollution, food waste, endangered species, etc. They created practical and innovative solutions to these problems, presented on them. They worked with waterways this whole year on this conservation project, which was grant funded. And they were just really incredible. I'm so proud of our students. They're so amazing. And lastly, I want to talk about our Red Bank High School students in the Future Ready Institute who presented on their school project, the bicycle locker, that Mr. Granum and Director Tate and other staff were present for. They designed this project in partnership with White Oak Bicycle Co-op and the City of Red Bank, and it's going to supply an arsenal of a locker of bikes for students to rent and use for transportation. It's really incredible. They were really thoughtful about it. And I'm so proud of all of our kiddos. And then as Mr. Granum mentioned, we have our budget town hall next Tuesday, May the 12th at 5 p.m. at the Red Bank Community Center. And I hope to see you all there. Next, we have a report from Vice Mayor Berry.
Thank you, Mayor. Happy Cinco de Mayo to all who celebrate. I want to thank everyone who came out to the Jubilee this past Saturday. It was so fantastic. Special thanks to our volunteer Festival Citizens Advisory Board and all of our city departments for making it possible. My son especially enjoyed the White Oak Bicycle Co-op's bike rodeo, and the free petting zoo were the highlights for my family. Everyone remember Mother's Day is coming up this weekend. For those of you who have traditional moms in your lives, stepmoms, those of you who have lost your mothers, our hearts are with you. And so, be aware as going into this Mother's Day, it can be very different for different people in different situations. Speaking of the Jubilee, thanks also to the Spritzeria and congratulations for opening their doors to the public for the first time. They're not quite ready to serve quite yet, but their space is looking beautiful. So we are looking forward to that. Finally, the Red Bank Food Pantry will be meeting this Thursday from 4:30 to 6 at Red Bank United Methodist. So definitely go if you need help with food and for your family, and consider volunteering if you can, or donating. That's it for me.
Thank you. Next, we have our report from Commissioner Fairbanks Harvey.
Thank you. Thank you for attending and those online. Cinco de Mayo, yes, if you do celebrate. And this is Teacher Appreciation Week. So thank you, Commissioner Holmes, for hanging in there, girl. As I retired out of that system, but I do teach some dance. But this is teachers in the schools, and express your thanks to those who are in the classroom who strive to create a more educated public. Say thank you, send a card, provide a small or large token of appreciation to someone who's made a difference. And I know I appreciate my kindergarten or grandson's teacher, and I've got her a little gift card. Maybe she's not watching. The surprise will be there. If you missed early voting, as Mayor Dalton mentioned, today is it. Just a couple of more hours, perhaps. And I saw where there was a 4.7% of registered voters who have cast. We can do better. Anywhere and everywhere. And remember that the next election is August, followed by November 3rd. Yes, Jubilee. I want to shout out to Sonia Millard. She has hosted that Coke truck for 43 years.
Wow.
43. Yeah. So that it's transitioned into another type of Jubilee, but yeah, that spring event has happened for years. I wanted to shout out to her. Let's see. Mother's Day, yes. special shout out to moms or a substitute mom that you may have that you love and want to express your appreciation. Next, listen and learn Monday, May 18th, Mr. Burrito from 6 to 7 p.m. There will be a guest speaker and she's in the room. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, we have our report from Commissioner Holmes.
Thanks for coming today and again watching online. Thanks to those who have come to each budget workshop. I hope you have learned how the budget is set and help others to understand as well. Please check out this month's newsletter. Public Works has an awesome article on the work they do each and every day. We are fortunate to have such a team here in Red Bank. I believe that people can see the work and are appreciative of it. Each time I have put in an order, it was taken care of promptly. The newsletter also highlights a new business in Red Bank, the Wild Violet, I think I'm saying it correctly, Wild Violet, located at 3803 Dayton Boulevard. Some of the services they offer are permanent eyebrows and permanent jewelry. Congratulations again to Red Bank Elementary and High School for their redesignation as STEAM schools of the state of Tennessee STEM Innovations Network. Yesterday in Nashville, I attended the ceremony and was there to see them get their banner and give them appreciation for that. This designation lasts for 5 years. So Red Bank Middle got theirs last year, so they have a couple more years. And Red Bank Elementary and High School have their designation for 5 more years. Thank you to those who attended the Jubilee last Saturday. It was well attended and offered citizens a variety of activities. And those that have visited Gossey Ridge trails, thank you. I saw many people ask questions about phase 2 and the bike directions. I don't think we have bike directions on certain days, but bike directions.
Not yet.
And they seemed really to enjoy being there and having that resource to be outside and be in nature and increase their well-being. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, our report from Commissioner Wilkinson.
Hello, everybody. Missed you guys last week. California is a beautiful state, but I'm glad to be home. Yeah, I would just like to comment that Gossey Ridge usership is just impressing me every time I go. I tried to go for a ride there, and it was there were so many hikers that I opted to ride elsewhere. So it's a good problem to have. I just couldn't ride the way I wanted to. But no, I love to see it. I see people there frequently at all times of the day. It's really cool. Yeah, I wanted to give White Oak Bicycle Co-op a shout out for donating 60+ bikes at the Jubilee. Amazing work. Just every time they're here for the community, and we love to see it. And then this past weekend, it was cool to go to the Red Bank Community Center to go see a fun rendition of the Gruffalo. It's a children's story, but the Chat Symphony Orchestra partnered with Playful Evolving Monsters and put on a giant puppet show of the children's story. My boys loved it. So it's cool to see those sort of events in our community. And that's what I got. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you so much. And next we have our city manager's report, Mr. Granum.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll give a shout out to the Moonpine Move. We had 201 people who started their Jubilee with a 5K or 10K. We had 123 on the 5K and 78 on the 10K. And it's just a wonderful event. It's a local neighborhood. It's a really friendly crowd. If you want to do a first 5K with a member of your family, I encourage you to put next year's Moonpine Move as part of the Jubilee on your radar. Thank you, Mayor. I'll begin by recognizing and thanking Public Relations Manager Summer Sheldon for filling in for our city recorder this evening. Thank you, Summer. Staff are prepared for, best we can tell, the city's first ever budget town hall set for next Tuesday, 12 May from 5 to 7 at the community center. We invite the community to share, listen, and learn about the proposed FY27 budget and the projects and services it supports. At this time, we remain on track for the first reading of the budget ordinance on Tuesday, 19 May at our next regularly scheduled commission meeting. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Granum. All right, moving on to our consent agenda, which contains the April 21st and April 28th, 2026 meeting minutes, approval of a contract with communications specialist Bridget Raper, authorization of the purchase of 4 bay doors for fire station number 2, and authorization of purchase of an F-250 utility truck for the Facilities Division. Are there any items that the board wants removed to the regular agenda for further discussion? If so, which items?
I'm afraid we'll need to remove all three resolutions for different reasons. Number 26-1901, in order to make a amendment, and number 26-1902 and number 26-1903, since we were not able to cover those for time during the work session.
Okay, thank you very much. So we will just be voting on minutes from April 21 and April 28. Do I have a motion to approve as amended?
I'll move.
The motion from Commissioner Holmes. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A second from Commissioner Wilkinson. Any discussion? Any comments by the residents present? There are no comments. Let's call the vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We have no unfinished business, so we'll move on to new business. Resolution number 26-1901, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Red Bank, Tennessee, to approve contract for communications specialist Bridget Raper in an amount not to exceed $11,600 per year, with an amendment to add into the fifth whereas paragraph after compensation, that compensation is not to exceed $11,600 per year. Do I have a motion to approve?
A motion to approve as amended.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, second from Commissioner Wilkinson. Any further discussion, as we did get, we did have some commentary on this during the work session. Okay, any comments by the residents present? All right, if there are no more comments, no comments, we'll call the vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, resolution number 26-1902, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Red Bank, Tennessee, authorizing the purchase of 4 apparatus bay doors and associated hardware and equipment for the City of Red Bank Public Works Department for installation at Fire Station Number 2 at a contract price of $47,250 pursuant to request for proposal number 26-0201 and designating American Rescue Plan Act ARPA funds as the funding source, and confirming that this expenditure is in alignment with the ARPA Facility Improvement Spending Plan previously adopted by the City Commission. Whew. Director Tate.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Well, there's nothing else to say.
Yeah, that was it.
This resolution is to purchase 4 apparatus bay doors for Fire Station 2, just as it says. If you recall from your trips up there, they have 4 clear doors that are not energy efficient. And here lately, they've been troublesome as far as the maintenance, because I guess those are the original doors. There were
3 of them are.
3 of them are the original doors when that station was built. And Brent and Justin are frequently going back and forth about getting somebody to come and fix those. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace those. Chief Siler had selected some doors that have a single panel, and that way it blocks out most of the sun, and keeps, I'm sure it probably causes wear and damage and fading on some of the equipment and so forth. But anyway, this will be funded out of the Facilities Improvement ARPA funds that the commission approved back in 22. And it's going to be done by a company. Justin put out an RFP. He got 2 quotes back, and the company that had the lowest quote, actually got 3 back. The company had the lowest quote, just happens to be the company that works on those doors for us most of the time, a local company.
Wonderful.
So that was good. They're very familiar with them. They will be replacing the doors and what they call it, trolleys.
The motors.
Yeah, they call them trolleys, which was a unique perspective. But we're supposed to have 100,000 activation in them, so good guarantee there. But
All right.
that is what that is for.
Thank you, Director Tate. Do I have a motion to approve?
I move.
Motion from Vice Mayor Barry. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Commissioner Fairbanks Harvey. Any discussion?
Will it's 4 doors? Is it 2? Is
2
there?
in the front, 2 in the back.
Okay.
And the reason for the panels is to block out the UV rays that are eating up our turnout gear.
Mm.
Oh, the turnout, huh?
Definitely want to extend the life on those.
Yes. Yes, the turnout gear does not like UV rays.
And it'll be on the same, or what's the trolley?
They'll put they come with all new tracks and everything.
Okay, track, okay.
All right, any comments by the residents present? Okay, if there are no more comments, we'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And now we have resolution number 26-1903, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Red Bank, Tennessee for the purchase. I feel like that's missing a word. Or am I missing it? For the purchase of, no, yeah, I have that, but it didn't sound right. For the purchase of one 2026 Ford F-250 pickup truck chassis with a special purpose utility body that is integral to the maintenance of facilities and improvements from Lonnie Cobb Ford under Tennessee statewide contract SWC-209-88764 for an amount not to exceed $59,143 for the City of Red Bank Public Works Department Facilities Division. Director Tate.
Thank you, Mayor. Justin Hedrick, our facilities manager, has been driving the truck that I drove when I was a supervisor. It probably had the most miles on it when he took it over. And recently, that truck chose an untimely, untimely death. It can be fixed, but we don't have the budget to fix it this year. And it's really not critical that it gets fixed next year, but it can be fixed and used as an asset, according to Randy Bell. But what we did was I had planned this in the 2028 charter for the CIP to replace this truck. But because of what has happened, we've had to expedite that. And Justin is currently driving a street division truck because the street division is short 3 laborers. So there's an extra truck sitting around. So he's using that. So as I got to trying to come up with a solution, it dawned on me that it is a facilities maintenance vehicle. And being that it's a standard truck, it's really not suited for what he does. He needs something that he can store equipment, carry stuff in, lock it up when he's at, a job site somewhere. And so the opportunity presented itself for us to look at buying a utility truck for his specific use. And also found language in the Treasury Department's ARPA funding saying that this type purchase for a vehicle can be utilized with ARPA funds so long as that it is suitable for the intended purpose and it serves a defensible purpose and being dedicated to a facilities improvement program. And so in my opinion, and I ran this by with the Director of Administration and Finance and CFO, and we all come to the same conclusion that this was an acceptable purchase. And what this does is it lets us buy it out of ARPA funds. So I didn't have to inflate the budget for 27, and we can take it out of the CIP for 28. It puts Justin in the truck probably within 3 to 4 months, because if we had to wait till next budget year, it would be 2 years before we would probably see a vehicle. So everything just kind of fell into place. So that's the basis for the purchase of this vehicle.
All right, thank you, Director Tate. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
I have a motion from Commissioner Holmes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Wilkinson. Any discussion? Okay. Any comments by the residents present? Okay. There are no comments. We'll go ahead and call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And now is the time for citizen comments from Red Bank citizens on items not on the agenda. Mr. Grantham.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the time for citizen comments. Please observe these rules. Comments are limited to 3 minutes or less, and the city recorder will operate a timer. If time expires, please respect your direction and conclude any comments. Comments should be addressed to the board as a whole and not to a particular commissioner or to city staff or to the audience. The commission is here to listen, not to respond or engage in back and forth, so please do not expect a reply during citizen comment. Citizens are now invited to the podium. Please begin by stating your name and address.
Charlotte Simon, 116 Pool Avenue.
I very much enjoyed the Jubilee this Saturday. And earlier in the day, I went to an event in St. Elmo called Porch Fest. And that's all about songwriters gathering on porches and presenting their songs and playing. And I would hope that sometime in the future, Red Bank would consider doing something like this.
Yes, we did this last year, actually. Privately, not city related, I helped to organize it, and we did host it in the Ashmore area. And we are talking separate from the city about organizing that event later this fall.
It was a great event. And as far as the Jubilee went, I especially enjoyed the band Chickamauga. They were great. Yeah, I'd invite them back next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Simon. All right, any further comments? All right, if not, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
Motion from Commissioner Wilkinson. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Vice Mayor Barry. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Maybe not record time, but that was pretty quick.
It was pretty good.
Especially
Could have
carrying
been
it over
faster
from
though.
work.